You know, I realize I say I'll see you in the next video, but really I mean you'll see me in the next video. But you know, it's the thought that counts. Okay, parallel lines and angle pairs. Oh yes, sorry. The answer is so which ones? So 1 and 5. 1 and 5 will be alternative exterior. 6 and 7 will be consecutive interior. 2 and 4 will be corresponding, and 2 and 6 will be alternative interior angles. 3 and 7 will be alternative interior angles. 5 and 7 will be corresponding angles. 4 and 8 will be alternative exterior, and 2 and 3 will be consecutive interior angles. Parallel lines and uh, angle pairs. So I'm going to quickly blow this up so you can write this down, and then we'll move on to the definitions. So go ahead and pause the video, make sure you can write it. It's right there. And so parallel lines are coplanar lines that do not intersect. Skew lines are lines that do not intersect and are not coplanar. Parallel planes are planes that don't intersect. Okay? So there's corresponding angle postulate we're going to cover. Then we're going to cover the theorems involving parallel lines and angle pairs. And then there's a proof that we'll look at. And there's last one will be a parallel perpendicular transverse theorem. Okay? So let's get through this video. Okay, so let's shrink this a little bit. Okay, corresponding angle postulate. So if you have two parallel lines, and the way we label two parallel lines, I am probably not going to get this perfect. It's close enough. Two parallel lines will have a little arrow with them, okay? That in the inside that shows you that there are two parallel lines. Okay? Let's see, 1, 7. Oh, this is the way they did it. So they did the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So, corresponding angle postulate. Two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. Okay, that's what we have. Then each pair of corresponding angles is congruent. So, corresponding angles, angle 1, and so I'll just do it this way. So, angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. Angle 2 is congruent to angle 4, because they're corresponding. Angle 5 is congruent to angle 7. And finally, angle 6 is congruent to angle 8. Okay? This means that they're equal in measure and type. Okay? So, there's going to be there's some useful ones here. A useful example that you could possibly look at, example 2, where we find a measure of each angle based on and using definition of congruence. Okay, a few more theorems. So that was first postulate we had was the corresponding angle postulate, the CA. Okay, so we learned CA. Now we're going to learn theorems. There's 3 theorems. there's alternative interior, there's consecutive interior, and then there's alternative exterior. These are all theorems, so this is theorems, which means they're proofs for them, okay? So, alternative interior, this is the first one we're covering. Alternative interior is going to have 2 and 6. So if two parallel lines are cut by a transverse, then each pair of alternative interior angles is congruent. So angle 2 is going to be congruent to angle 6, and angle 3 is going to be congruent to angle 7. Okay, this is alternative interior, AI. Okay, what about CI? Consecutive interior angles are going to be supplementary. So how do you write this? Well, you go angle 2 plus angle 3 is going to equal, the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 is going to equal 180. And the measure of angle 6 plus the measure of angle 7 is going to equal 180. Okay. So that's CI. CI, these two are supplementary, and these two are supplementary. Okay. Finally, alternative exterior angles. What's our theorem here? That these two are going to be congruent. Okay. So alternative exterior 1 and 5. So angle 1 is going to be congruent to angle 5. Additionally, angle 4 is going to be congruent to angle 8. Okay? So those are our theorems. There is proof for them in the book. We will come back to those. We'll come back to the proof in a minute. I would prefer to go on to the next theorem. Okay? So the proof is here. It's a paragraph proof. You actually are going to use corresponding angle postulate to really get it, and then vertical angles are congruent. Okay, that's basically going to be the process. Okay, there's more practice with solving for them based on these things. You're going to use this idea to figure out what the measure of certain angles are. Okay, perpendicular transversal theorem. If in a plane, if a line is perpendicular to one of two parallel lines. So, for example, this was perpendicular right here. If this is perpendicular and these two lines are parallel, then it's perpendicular also to the other. Okay? So this is the perpendicular transversal. Okay? So if it's perpendicular to one, it's perpendicular to both. And this is actually pretty easy to prove with using the concepts of parallel lines to get there. Okay, so on a upcoming video, I'll explain the last homework, and basically that's what we'll do. So since we don't have Delta Math, I'll just have a video each class, before each class, to go through the last homework. not so that you can wait and do it, but just to go over some key questions from there. Okay, so these parallel lines, this is quite important, but very important, okay? So I want to make sure that you understand these. I have made it so that the whole section is on the PDF so that it's not split between homework and notes, okay? Anyway, I will see you guys shortly, okay? Bye.